$1 million. We've got some tips from area experts on how to spend the Powerball jackpot. And an old dog track in southeast Kansas will see new life as an event center. KOAM News at 10 is next. Now at 10, the community turns out to pay final respects to a Kansas police officer killed in the line of duty. Plus, an old dog track in southeast Kansas gets a new life as an event center. And the Powerball jackpot hits record territory. Area experts weigh in on how to spend or save the money.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A hero's farewell. The community turns out to pay their respects one final time for a fallen Kansas City, Kansas police officer. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Samantha Walker. The funeral procession for Officer Hunter Simoncic took place today in Parsons, Kansas. Residents and law enforcement officials lined Main Street as the procession made its way to and from St. Patrick's Catholic Church. Due to the anticipated turnout, city officials closed many of the roads in the area of the procession. Officer Simoncic was killed in the line of duty on August 26th during a police pursuit in Kansas City. Residents were encouraged to line the streets during the funeral procession with American flags and blue ribbons in remembrance of Officer Simoncic. Meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us with a first look at the forecast.
Temperatures today only reached the low 80s. Thanks to our cold front that hit us last night, we were slightly below average. Now we're low again, still only a couple of degrees below average. We have had a pretty nice day so far today, mostly clear skies all day. We do have more rain starting to creep up as we head through the overnight hours just around 2 a.m. See those slight chances of rain, and then we get up to 8 a.m., 20% chance, and even higher than that as we go through the day. More widespread rain coming later in the afternoon. Now, even though we are seeing more widespread chances of rain and maybe even some thunderstorms, we are not expecting a severe threat. As you can see, slight risk out there in Tennessee and Kentucky, but Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas only in the marginal risk, but we're looking clear. Now, rain does start to move in following some clouds just after midnight tonight. I'm going to have those details coming up.
Thanks, Lindsay. An old Greyhound racetrack in Frontenac is getting a new life. The Camptown Greyhound Park sat empty for more than a decade after dog racing ended in the late 1990s. Now under new ownership, the Camptown event space is being transformed on Highway 69. Management says the property will host concerts, festivals, farm shows, and even fireworks. Construction on Phase 1 is nearly complete, with plans to make the venue a one-stop shop for entertainment in southeast Kansas.
We're making sure we have all the amenities to accommodate any kind of event that we do have in here. We do have a full-service bar that's being built right now. We also will have a full-service kitchen, so everything will be in-house. Like I said, it'll be like your one-stop shop.
Management is encouraging the community to reach out with ideas for events they'd love to see and for booking inquiries. All those details can be found on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. The Neosho School District is launching a new partnership with Big Brothers Big Sisters aimed at mentoring a select group of students through high school and beyond. The program is called Fast Track U. It'll allow students to graduate high school with an associate's degree from Crowder College. Organizers say this will open up many workforce opportunities.
No substitute for experience unless it's youth. And these youth have a lot to offer as well. They have energy and creativity, and getting them interacting with our community leaders lets those community leaders know that our students are also resources that we can tap into.
The district says students had to go through an evaluation to be in the program. They say they also hope to see the program excel in coming years. $1.7 billion is the Powerball grand prize. KOAM's Ty Parsk asked people at Joplin's North Park Mall what they would do with the winnings.
The Powerball winnings are as high as they've ever been. We ask people what they do if they won.
There's a lot of things. If I won the lottery, probably buy one of my dream cars or a house or take a good vacation to like Bahamas.
Give my husband a house, the boat he wants, and then between the two of us, we had 12 kids, 12 grandkids, put money aside for them.
The older I get, the less I need. There's other people that could use the money, you know, they've had trouble, hard times, whatever. I just think, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what Jesus would do, so that's what you do.
All of these are great choices. KOEM sat down with an Arvest Bank senior client advisor about what someone can do to protect their new wealth.
Well, after you get done jumping for joy and telling whoever you want to tell, the first thing you want to do when you come into any kind of sudden windfall is you need to take some core advice. Our advice would be assemble a team of professionals. That would include a attorney. It would include a accounting professional. It would include a financial advisor so that you can begin to put together the right combination of advice to help you deal with that windfall.
Experts say it's best to put the money in an FDIC-insured account to protect it while you decide what to do next.
Those assets either to grow or how you want to disperse them, over what time period. It would also involve just setting those long-term goals for how the money is going to be used. Are you going to pass it on to the next generation? What kind of estate legacy do you want to leave behind? And those are things you want to consider because that's important because now all of a sudden you have something you never expected to have.
And one more point to consider about the Powerball.
I do have an interesting stat for you. Powerball's been around for 33 years. If you had invested just $200 every month for the last 33 years, okay, you would have invested somewhere short of $80,000 in a growing mutual fund that could have grown to over $679,000. So you may want to consider, do I really want to play the Powerball? Or do I just want to be a good, steady investor over the next 33 years?
In Joplin, hopefully with a winning ticket, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Remember, maybe set a little money back for your retirement if you do win. An art exhibit featuring the work of local veterans coming up. We'll take you to the Spiva Center for a closer look. But up first, the fashion world mourns the loss of celebrated designer Giorgio Armani. We'll take a look back on his life and career. Extreme morning sickness during pregnancy takes an severe emotional and physical toll on mothers. A Flinders University survey found more than half of expectant mothers with extreme morning sickness said they consider terminating their pregnancy, and 9 in 10 say they consider not having more children. The condition also affected patients' work, their relationships with their family, and their mental health. Americans aren't eating enough seafood. That's according to a new data from the CDC. Dietary guidelines suggest we should eat 2 servings of seafood a week for nutrients like protein, omega-3, fatty acids, calcium, and vitamin D. But the CDC found only 7% of children eat 2 servings of seafood a week, and only about a quarter of adults do. Families with higher incomes tended to consume more seafood. Some sugar substitutes could be linked to faster cognitive decline. A study in the Journal of Neurology found that people who consume high amounts of 7 popular artificial sweeteners had faster decline in their thinking and memory skills. These sweeteners are found in ultra-processed foods like flavored water, soda, energy drinks, yogurt, and desserts marketed as low-calorie. Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani has died at the age of 91. Over 5 decades, he revolutionized fashion and built a multi-billion-dollar brand. Bradley Blackburn looks back at his remarkable life.
His name was synonymous with fashion, and for half a century, Giorgio Armani dressed the famous and the powerful, from titans of industry to global superstars.
He's a wonderful guy. He's a catch.
Born in a small Italian town in 1934, Armani thought of becoming a doctor before the world of fashion captured his imagination. In 1975, he founded his own design house and soon reinvented the suit. By removing inner linings, he shaped a new silhouette, the power suit that became a uniform for fashionable men and women in the 1980s.
I have a closet full still of those beautiful suits, those classic suits, and I still wear them.
Armani's eye and his savvy business moves built an enduring global brand. Red carpet appearances and countless fashion shows kept the clothes in the spotlight, and their creator, too.
The first time I wore Armani, I was maybe 16, and Destiny's Child, we thought we were just fabulous because we had on Armani.
In June, for the first time in the history of his house, Armani missed his fashion shows as he battled an undisclosed illness. He had been planning a celebration this month in Milan to mark 50 years at the height of fashion. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Italian newspapers call Armani King Giorgio. Today, Armani's brand employs more than 9,000 people and has over 600 stores worldwide. Well, Lindsay returns next with a complete look at your forecast. And a little later, the Chiefs get ready to kick off their 2025 season with the help of some passionate fans in a place known for another type of football.
Elevate your beverage selection. Overall, it has been a wonderful day today. A little warm, but mostly clear skies. Now you can see, taking a look at downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We do have those clear skies continuing for the next couple of hours, though unfortunately more clouds and rain are on their way. We did have cooler temperatures today. We were about 0 to 10 degrees cooler today than we were yesterday this time, thanks to our cold front. Not a lot going on outside, and temperatures tonight are going to be near average in the mid to low 60s. Now, we start this evening, clear skies, but we will have clouds increasing overnight, so mostly cloudy skies by about 2 to 3 a.m. And then as we head through Friday, we have overcast skies all day long and scattered rain showers that are going to keep us much cooler, with temperatures only reaching the low 70s, only getting to about 70, 71 degrees. That is 15 degrees below average. So going to be a chilly one on Friday, not to mention all of these clouds and rain showers. So we've got clouds pushing in from the southwest by 1 a.m. Rain showers are pretty quick to follow, moving in into northeastern Oklahoma along I-44, and then even a few showers in our northern counties. This is about 4:30, 5 a.m., so a little early, and then when we get to the time everyone's waking up, starting their day, heading out the door, this is going to be 7 to 8 a.m. Light to slightly moderate showers in some areas. So you can see Joplin's getting some sprinkles, maybe some light showers. Miami, a little heavier showers. And then out there, Caney, Coffeyville, and just south of Independence, more of that moderate showers. North of Parsons, light sprinkles. So not seeing a lot of heavy rain until later in the day. Here we are, late morning, early afternoon, heavy rain, heavy band of rain setting up in our northern counties. Now this lifts a little further north for early afternoon. All of us will get a chance to dry out, have some mostly just cloudy skies, especially in our central and southern counties. Those northern counties do get consistent rain chances most of the day as these band of rain starts to push further south again. Once we get to late afternoon, we even have a little few showers that are moving in along I-44, just staying north of it. Again, 5:30, 6 p.m. Now all of this starts to expand further into our central counties by late afternoon and into early evening. So we are getting, again, some isolated thunderstorm chances, but these are more moderate showers to seeing about an inch, inch and a half per hour. Not seeing a severe threat though, so even if we do get some thunderstorms, it is going to be below any severe limits. No wind threat, no hail threat, just scattered showers most of the afternoon. So we do have that going on, cooler temperatures on Friday. Fall-like temperatures this weekend, 75 on Saturday, 79 on Sunday, and we're seeing partly cloudy skies to a lot of sunshine. Now, mostly sunny skies all week long, but temperatures do start to creep back up into the upper 80s by next weekend. So seeing another little taste of summertime by next week and weekend.
Thanks, Lindsay. September is here, and you know what that means. It's almost fall. Whether you're into haunted houses or just a good old-fashioned hayride or pumpkin patch, the Four States area has something to offer everyone as temperatures begin to drop. But where do you find them? Just scan this QR code and head over to the Autumn Events section of our events page. Once there, you can find fun and festive fall events in the Four States for all ages. That's the Autumn Event page on KOAMNewsNow.com. Well, this morning, the Joplin Trail Coalition cut the ribbon on the first trail section to connect the Frisco and Ruby Jack Trail. The trails weave through the Cardinal Valley habitat, where visitors can spot ponds, birds, and many more forms of wildlife. The Spiva Center for the Arts unveiled a new art gallery this evening. The gallery, titled The Freedom Endeavor, features portraits of local veterans holding pictures of themselves when they were serving in the military. Officials from the exhibit say the gallery is a way to remember history and those who fought for our freedoms.
Each one of the tags that are next to each veteran has a QR code. Each veteran was also interviewed, and so you can listen to those interviews. So as you're walking around, you can actually hear the voices and the stories of these people and what they experienced.
The exhibit will be open to the public starting now. A reception will take place for the exhibit on the evening of September 10th. Well, still ahead, Missouri Southern eyes a 2-0 start this week. We'll preview their matchup ahead. And Pitt State has found their guy at quarterback. We'll hear from the team as they prepare to take on Central Oklahoma.
Throughout the offseason, one question for Pitt State came under center at quarterback, with the Gorillas replacing 3-year starter Chad Dodson. And in last week's season opener against Ferris State, that question was answered. Pitt State chose redshirt senior and Southern Utah transfer Jackson Berry as starter. Despite the loss against the top-ranked Bulldogs, the Gorillas liked what they saw from their QB and expect to see him grow each week as they enter a road matchup against Central Oklahoma on Saturday.
The things I saw was really good. We got a lot of things that we could work on as far as chemistry-wise with me and other receivers, and then just as him taking command of the offense. I feel like he's really getting the grasp of that and getting into his rhythm, getting flowing, making his calls. Everybody's starting to see his leadership, and we're starting to fall in place.
With a new quarterback, it's every day in practice. You see them getting more and more comfortable with each other. You know, a lot of the option routes and stuff we do offensively, that stuff takes time, so be able to have JB each week, every rep in practice, you see his anticipation changes with each wide receiver, knowing how they run, knowing how they come out of breaks. So that's been fun to see.
Start to the season on the road this Saturday against Central Oklahoma. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Missouri Southern is coming off their first win in a season opener since 2013 after defeating Midwestern State last week. Heading into week 2, the Lions face a unique challenge. Missouri Southern hits the road for the first time this season to take on the Bearcats of Southwest Baptist, a team the Lions haven't faced in over 10 years. But head coach Atiba Bradley, he's embracing this challenge of battling a squad with a lot of new faces and not much film.
We don't have a lot of film. We don't know a lot of their roster. It's a new staff. There's a lot of new players on the roster. And so it's not your typical game plan where, okay, hey, we got 4 games. This is what they do versus teams like ours. Quite honestly, we don't know. And so when you get in those situations, you really just have to rely on your ABCs, your fundamentals.
Their first 2-0 start since 2013 when they square off with the Bearcats on Saturday. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. The NFL season is underway with the first edition of Thursday Night Football this evening. The Chiefs, they kick off their regular season tomorrow night in Brazil against the Chargers. Coming off a disappointing end in Super Bowl 59 back in February, Kansas City is motivated by the outside noise this season, with people saying their reign at the top is over. But according to the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus, this squad is hungry and ready to let their play do the talking.
They are fueled by losing that Super Bowl. There's no Super Bowl hangover. It's just the opposite. You've got to keep working your team. Add new blood. We've done that. But then you have the lug nuts of the wheel are still there. Chris Jones, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Trent McDuffie, and in the middle is Coach Reed with all the coordinators, all still there. So what excites me is they're ready to counterattack. And when they're best is when they can do their work and nobody's watching every little thing, and they'll do a full-on counterattack. I'm just telling you, I'll be stunned if they don't come roaring right back, right out of the gate.
The Chiefs begin their quest for a 10th straight AFC West Division title tomorrow. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. from Sao Paulo. That's it for sports. We're back with more after this break.
State Hero.
We do have scattered shower chances starting pretty early Friday morning. If you're not going to see any rain, it is just going to be very cloudy with those sprinkles, just inconvenient. Need your wiper blades on the lowest setting. Luckily for us, though, it all clears out by Saturday, and we get a lot of sunshine over the weekend and temperatures in the mid-70s.
Thanks, Lindsay. Brazil is a country known for its football. The other football. But now the South American soccer stronghold is gaining a reputation as a fan base for a team a little closer to the 4 states. As Fernanda Silva reports, Brazilian fans of the Kansas City Chiefs are ready to show their love and devotion to the Super Bowl winning champs.
The Chiefs season opener is around the corner, and this time it's in Brazil. Some Kansas City fans already traveled to the South American country, and Brazilian fans are waiting for 7 hours at the airport just to see the team arriving. Tailgating.
O pessoal falou que tinha cerveja, ó, check, aqui, ó.
At the airport.
Frango, ó.
Chiefs fans have embraced the football culture.
A gente trouxe cooler aqui com algumas bebidas pra gente esperar o pessoal, porque a gente sabia que ia demorar pouquinho, então.
A little while. 7 hours at São Paulo's airport, just to welcome the Chiefs.
Eu não queria correr o risco de acontecer alguma coisa no meio do caminho e eu não ter a oportunidade de vê-los aqui.
He was joined by dozens of other fans.
Isso é surreal pra mim, é meio doido.
Surreal is also the Thorpe family's experience.
Very impressive. Very big city too. It took us 2 hours to get to our hotel.
From Olathe to São Paulo, from English to Portuguese. But that won't be a problem.
We may not be able to talk to each other much, but I think we both talk the language of football. I think it's going to be fun.
Some cultural shock? Why not?
We've never seen so many electrical wires on one pole.
But also many new, awesome experiences.
I had my first caipirinha.
Caipirinha?
Yeah, yes. I had my first one.
Chiefs fans cheering in Brazil.
The Chiefs kick off their 2025 season tomorrow in Brazil against the Chargers. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's make it a great evening.